I took my mother-in-law and my father-in-law to the Bay of Fundy yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if you're familiar with the Bay of Fundy. It's got the world's tallest tides, right? 63 feet. So it's a little over 20 meters.
Wow.
Yeah, water goes in and out every 6 hours, over 20 meters in depth. Yeah, so I took him to the spot where the deepest tide is in the whole world, and just walked around at low tide for a couple hours. And there's islands that are 20 meters tall that are off the ocean floor. You're walking around these islands, and they're just like these big, tall, dark red sandstone islands.
Wow.
It's just it's a mind fuck. It's absolutely amazing. And it was yeah. And we had Mackenzie strapped to Megan's chest, and we were walking around, and I had my drone, flew around, took a bunch of pictures. And
Oh, right.
cool.
Cool.
Yeah, it was cool. We had a great time. And I remember I was telling them, the whole time they were here, I kept saying, I want to take you to Burnt Coat Head. That's where the biggest tide is. And they were not interested at all. Like, you wanted us to go look at the tide. We're going to go watch the tide. And I was like, yeah, I'm telling you, it's going to blow your mind. And it did. They were just speechless. They're like, I didn't know. It's like you're on an alien planet. And my album cover for Forever is a picture at low tide in the Bay of Fundy.
Right.
But it's I'm standing about 2 miles away from the shore, standing on the ocean floor, facing out towards the water, taking that picture. And it's funny. I realized not that long ago that almost all of my album artwork, if it's a photograph, it's a picture of Nova Scotia somewhere.
Right. Yes.
And it was before I lived here.
Oh.
It just happened to be a coincidence that all the photographs I had from vacations here were the perfect fodder for album cover.
Right. Yes.
Album photography.
Yeah, you've definitely got a sort of an organic photography thing going on there with your covers.
And I get to keep up with that. I know I used AI for the iRobot covers, because I wanted to be it was all about perceiving through the eyes of a robot and becoming, losing your humanity to a machine that you're living inside of.
Oh right, those are AI images, are they?
Those ones are AI, but everything else has been manipulations of my photography. And yeah. And then the Everything albums, actually, those pictures were taken in Ontario. But they were, I took those pictures while camping on Georgian Bay. They're all pictures of different stages of the sun and whatnot, and I just did my weird things with them. But yeah, anyway.
Yeah.
but the Bay of Fundy, I'll send you when I get the, because I'm making my album called Nova Scotia Songs, right? And I want every song I want every song to have a video, and the videos are going to be drone photographies of Nova Scotia. So I thought it'd be a beautiful way. And I want the drone. I'm not sure if I'm going to leave the videos raw and just maybe edit them a bit, but just have them as like raw footage, or if I'm going to colorize them and manipulate them so you have no idea what they are, because like the album, the video I have up there for classical bit crushing fusion, that's drone photography of the coast by our house here, but you wouldn't know it unless someone told you.
Right. Yes.
Because it's mirrored on four times and folded in on itself, and it's all reduced down to like heavy RGB colors and lots of interference and digital noise, because I don't know, I like to smear things and make them look ugly or different than what they're supposed to be.
Yeah, it's that random element as well. You're not quite sure what will pop out of these things once you manipulate them.
Yeah,
you don't get to see it until you do it, and then you go, ooh, look at that.
Exactly. And I treat my music the same way too, right? Like a lot of, like we've talked about in my early albums, like anything that sounds like a synthesizer is almost always a guitar. And it's not because I'm trying to make a guitar sound like a synth. I just want my guitar to not sound like a guitar, because I find that fun.
Yeah. How can I mess this up? How can I make this sound completely different?
With an EBow and some delay pedals and stuff, you can make a guitar sound like anything you want, just about. It seems that way.
Yeah, just about, yeah.